great
you,
start.
Patty.
Over to you, Kim Siong. Thank you so much, Patty, for sharing your
Thank you,
success story.
Patty.
Thank you.
Okay, friends, especially to Division P Director Louisa, as well as the Club President Patricia, and friends from Ardan Advanced Toastmaster Club. Just now is really a technical breakdown because I suddenly lost my Wi-Fi connection. So no matter how much you prepare, thing will happen. So when thing happens, what you need to handle is handle your own emotion first before you go and handle the matters. So today, this afternoon, I'm going to share with you this thing called possibility thinking. And I would like to start off with this bonus tips one. The reason why I want to start with this bonus tips one is just in case later your spouse, your boss, right, say, oh, where have you been during the lunchtime? So he said, oh, I went to attend Kim Siong session on possibility thinking. The first picture he saw is Darren Lacroix, the 2001 world champion. So that is a code word. So when your boss or your spouse call me, hey, did so and so attend? Then I say, first picture, the answer will be Darren Lacroix. The reason why I share this picture with you is because back in 2001, when Darren Lacroix first won his world championship of public speaking, the first district he visited outside USA and Canada is District 51, Kuching, Malaysia. So when he arrived in the airport, two senior Toastmasters go and welcome him. And he bring two big bags of his product, his book, his audio program. And the first thing, he received the comment, in this part of the world, nobody is going to buy your product. So if you just imagine, travel 16 hours, arrive in the country, and someone tell you, nobody is going to buy your product, what will be your first reaction? Maybe I heard from hear from our TME, Pepsi. What will be your reaction?
I will sort of like a self-rejected. I hate that kind of response, as a matter of fact, but definitely, well.
Okay, let's hear from
Not
Sui
good.
Sing. How will you respond? Sui Sing, when someone tell you, no, none of the members is going to buy your product.
Hello, the voice was breaking up. Did you call me?
Yeah, I call you, yes.
Okay, can you ask me question again? I'm sorry.
Okay, when you arrive in the place with bag of products and someone told you nobody is going to buy your product, how will you respond to that?
Sorry, I couldn't hear well.
Okay, never mind. What happened is I met him at the hotel lobby, and he told me, oh, Kim Siong, I got this product or that product. What I told him is, Darren, before you go onto the platform, which is doing your keynote, your product was fully sold. It sounded very amazing. I just received, someone told me nobody is going to buy my product, and another guy telling him, everybody will, before you go onto the platform, all your product will be sold. Does this thing happen?
Yeah, okay, I got it.
Yes. In fact, before he go onto the stage, all his product is being sold, and by me. And in his speech, right, if you listen carefully, he mentioned this guy called Brian Tracy. And Brian Tracy asked the similar question. What would you do if you know you would not fail? Okay, Patricia, what will you do if you know you will not fail?
What I would do if I know I would not fail, I would do everything I want to do. No worry.
No worry. Okay.
Let's do it.
How about Lei Bing? What will you do if you know that you will not fail?
I'll be more daring. I'll try out everything that I have.
More daring, try everything you have. How about Patsy? Just won the best diplomat award. You're muted.
Oh, me?
No.
Okay.
Patty.
Pass.
Yeah, me.
Patty.
Yeah.
What will you do if you know you will not fail?
I know I have got to proceed because I cannot fail. I was representing the country.
Okay. So with this in mind, right, this afternoon, what I hope to do is to share with you some of my story, which I went through. And one more month, I'll be 30 years in Toastmaster. And I hope that all this story, you can pick up one story or one point or one tips, right, where I can help you to create this little part, this little sparks. And this little spark, right, will create a bright future and will turn all your dream into possibility and into reality. So the first thing I'd like to share with you, some Toastmasters understand that I joined as a district leader. I become a district leader by accident. Lucky will know I served as a district treasurer or the finance manager in 1999-2000 by accident. And that year, I went to just want to connect with old friends where I visit Singapore. And ended up, she dragged me outside the ballroom and introduced it. Kim Siong, let me introduce the outgoing treasurer. Kim Siong, this is Siong. Siong, this is Kim Siong. Shake hand. I thought that is over. And suddenly, the next day, I was being installed as a district treasurer in Sentosa without my presence. And the next day, on the Sunday morning, during the speech contest, the LGBT equivalent to the PQD now, Christopher told me, that one was sitting beside me in Mount KK, told me, Kim Siong, last night, the whole district know that you are being installed as a treasurer. If you are ready, 2 p.m., show up for district leadership training. Guess what? The whole morning, during the speech contest, all the speech contestants give a wonderful speech, but I'm talking to myself. Asking myself, can I be a treasurer? Are you sure you can? So all this come up, this thing called by saying yes. Because by saying yes, you open up a lot of possibility. At 2 p.m., I show up. As you know, during the district leadership training, all the officers, right, the first thing they ask, hey, how much is the allocation to the division? How can I claim? And I told them, I also don't know. But guess what? By 1st July, you'll get all the answer. So I managed to read through all the relevant documents. I managed to write to all the past district governors, ask for help. So the most important thing is we need to say yes to open up the possibility. But after serving as 1 year as a district treasurer, in fact, I had the chance to keep going up as being one of the youngest district officer in District 51, but I choose not to. I choose to go back to my own club because I believe that gathering all the information from the district, from the world, and if I bring all this information back to my club, I'm able to bring more leaders. And by bringing more leaders, we're able to multiply the growth of leaders for Toastmaster. So I choose to go back to my club to tell them, oh, in fact, we have this award, the top 5 membership campaign program, the top 5 newsletter for club. And guess what? For the next 3 years, we won all the awards. And we told them we can send our contestant to compete in the district level. And we can conduct speech draft to recruit more members. So we need to learn how to say yes. Where once you say yes, right, you open many possibilities where you can't imagine. If today, when Patricia as club president asks you, can you be the club leader next term? You need to say yes. By saying yes, your life will never be the same again. The second, okay, you know about Toastmaster International, they have this award called the Presidential Citation. I'm lucky. In 2019, I was being awarded for presidential citation. But the journey of reaching the presidential citation is an exciting one. I start, and my team, we start applying. And this award, 5 years. On the first year, we received a letter in July. Say there's many good candidates deserving this award, and we are sorry to inform you, you're not selected. First year, not selected. Then I told the one who nominated me, I said, let's try one more time. It's every no plus one more trying. So we try again. Second year, on the July, we received the same letter, but with different international president signature. So I told hey, we have putting so much effort, we have do so much thing for the club, district, area, and how come there's always someone better than you? So in my computer folder, I create this thing called Year of Affirmation. So on the third year, we tried. Same thing. We didn't receive anything. Same letter, different signature. On the fourth year, we tried. The result is still the same. On the fifth year, I told the one who nominated me, I said, Cassandra, I think enough is enough. I think we need to take a break. Keep on trying, and my heart couldn't take it. And at that point in time, when you are not really fighting so hard for that right, and good thing happens. And on 2019, I was awarded for this International President Citation. But the important learning lesson is, it's not the plug, it's a process of going through where you affirm whatever action, whatever activity you do for Toastmaster from your heart. Eventually, your effort will be recognized. And for the past few days, right, in Malaysia, Singapore, we have been raining from the first day of Chinese New Year till the sixth day. Every day is raining. And in my insurance career, I learned one thing: winter will not last forever. Spring will come. So when we do work hard enough, good thing will happen. So I strongly encourage you, keep trying. Mike Carr, the world champion of 2020, the key to victory is try. If you keep trying, you'll get better and better. So this is the second case I would like to share with you. And the third case is the power of Magic 7 and keeping our promise. In 2016, after I gathered all my necessary experience in district international level, I said, oh, let's go and organize one Star Awards appreciation ceremony to recognize our members' contribution. I get this idea from Hong Kong. Hong Kong, they have this Oscar night. So the division recognize the member. I said, why don't we do something similar on the last day of the term, 30th of June? We get international officer, we get a minister from Singapore to come and present award to member to recognize our member effort and contribution. So the first one, I'm the organizing chairman. And we promised we will get minister. Initially, we were so confident we can get minister to come and raise the occasion. Surprisingly, we wait until the month of late April, the one where we sent out the invitation. We got it. I'm sorry to inform you, we have another event. We couldn't come and attend the session. So in sales training, they will tell you, if you work hard enough, as long as you keep on contacting 7 persons, the number 7 will be agreeable to attend. So I sent out the first invitation. The answer is no. Third invitation, the answer is no again. And the more no I have, the more happy I get, because I told myself, I'm getting closer to the number 7. So the number 7 happened to be one of our senior Minister of State, Mr. Desmond Lee. We sent him, and we went down personally in a yoga session to invite him. And he said yes. We are so delighted when he said yes at late April, and our event is on the 30th of June. But guess what? At that moment, he was being assigned to take care of one by-election, to take care of the constituency. So he was so tied up with his work, and there's no reply, and we get ourselves worried. We get so worried, if he don't come, are we going to break the promise for the members? And finally, about 40 days before the actual event, he sent the confirmation. So sometimes if you try hard enough, but the most important thing is whatever we promise to our member, make sure you keep to the promise. If you don't keep the promise, nobody will believe you anymore. It's tough. So the event, we have it in 2016, 2017, and 2018. And you look at the first event, the pictures, right? It's not professionally taken because lack of budget. We don't know what to expect. We don't know what to do. We went through a lot of trial and error, and the event get better and better. Until today, every year we are celebrating this awards for members at the division level. So if you really want to do something for your division, for the members, you are able to do anything you want. Everything is possible. The fourth case study is on the 2021, where I was being appointed as region advisor in the month of February. I got the notification in end February. And guess what? March, the COVID started. Okay. And at that month, on the 17th of March, I'm supposed to travel back all the way to Malaysia with my family to celebrate my daughter's birthday with my mother-in-law. Okay, my wife left Singapore 2 days earlier to bring my mother-in-law for medical appointment. And guess what? The next day, Malaysia and Singapore government announced the closing of border. And just imagine, I just going to start my term as regional advisor. And it is always easy just to say, I give up, I give in, I couldn't do anymore. Just call the international president or drop an email to international president Richard Epack. Say, I'm sorry, I got my own personal commitment. I couldn't serve as regional advisor. Just imagine my wife was stuck in Malaysia for 6 months. And we are transiting from physical meeting to online meeting. And I have to take care of my 3 little children who are schooling and taking care of many, many things. So I still remember, because my Zoom account is registered under my name. Okay, after preparing the dinner, immediately you need to start the Zoom meeting. So by starting the Zoom meeting, the meeting will end about 10:15. The moment I went to my kitchen, I looked at all the dishes in the basin. And just imagine at 10:30, 11 p.m. I'm still washing the plates. At that moment, I asked myself, why don't just let other people do it? But in fact, in that year, as a regional advisor, it's quite exciting because I believe that we are here to using technology to bring everybody together, and we did many exciting things. And Region 13 at that year, we are the top performer. We performed the best in the whole entire world, even though in the midst of COVID situation. And the most exciting part is every 3 months we have celebration. and we publish many kind of publications. The most important thing in the whole process, when you encounter all this, are you able to stand up and make a difference? The fifth, before the end of RA journey, I told myself, oh, I need to start with this thing called the logo collection journey, where I start doing courses offered by Singapore government, where during COVID situations, they offer many subsidies. So I start to do different courses. And I realized that when I start doing all these courses, right, number one, you strengthen your understanding, you strengthen your knowledge. And the most important thing is each logo, when you collect it, it's not easy. Frankly speaking, the first column, the logo under H5, right, the exam, right, I failed the most. You just imagine during Chinese New Year, I purposely picked the first time I attempt, I didn't clear the exam, and I picked the second attempt during Chinese New Year, and guess what? After 3 hours of the exam, I key in the return button. When they showed me the result, I failed by 2 points. 2 points because passing mark is 70 out of 100. I failed by 2 points. On the first day of Chinese New Year. And I said, there must be a way to appeal. So I wrote in, because I said, you never try. The key to victory is try. So I wrote into the program coordinator. I said, Tristan, I attempt my exam on the first day of Chinese New Year, and I missed by 2 points. And being Chinese, right, we believe that during Chinese New Year, right, if you can receive an ang pao, right, that will be very lucky. So I'm looking forward, right, to receive and to resit the exam from H5. And I waited for 5 days. On the fifth day, I received the email. Okay, we allowed you to try. So all this happened when you believe. If you don't believe, you just give it up and nothing will happen. So these are the 5 cases I would like to share with you today. And right now, back to the same question. What would you do if you know you will not fail? Maybe you'd like to hear from Tripping from Low Tripping. What will you do if you know you will not fail?
What would I do if
Yes.
I know that I would not fail? Then I think it's like you can do anything.
You can do anything, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I invite everyone to key in your answer. What would you do if you know you will not fail? Let's see what is. Just do it. When they say just do it, okay? Take it easy. Do it. Do what? Okay. Make it better. Okay, no worry. Do anything, just do it. Okay. Go for it. You see, the definition of fail, right, in my concern, right, is first attempt in learning. So you just try it. There's no harm of trying. And Toastmaster is a place for you to try, for you to fail. The most important thing is you don't repeat the same thing twice. And you do it better and better. So over here, I'd like to offer you 4 tips. Do you know what's the difference between possibility thinking and positive thinking? Patricia, do you know what's the difference? Possibility thinking and positive thinking.
Yes, I do. In fact, I just posted a photo in my group chat, told them positivity and possibility. I feel positivity thinking is ignoring all the reality of things. Possibility thinking is different. It analyzes everything, gives you a chance. For instance, I have not won the case yet, but there is a chance I will win in the future. So
Okay.
that is the difference. Thank you.
I think you didn't answer the question, second part on positive thinking. Positive thinking, right? Okay, there's difference between possibility thinking and positive thinking. Possibility thinking is you explore different kind of options, different kind of avenue, different kind of method to try to reach what you want to achieve. Positive thinking, people say, oh, I must be positive. And sometimes they are too positive until it even cannot go through, they say, can. I have one scenario is if you are in front is a wall, you say I can walk through the wall. I just can go through the wall. As long as I stay positive, you keep hitting the wall. Possibility thinking is thinking of a way how to get around to reach what you want to reach. So there's a difference between positive thinking and possibility thinking. So we always try to discover, try to evolve, to find out what is the best way, what is the best option. Second tip, have you heard about this thing called law of 10,000? So right now, right, from a range of 1 to 10, right, there's 4 factors: attitude, knowledge, experience, action. So I'll invite you, what is your score? And key in the WhatsApp chat, what is your score? Attitude, knowledge, experience, and action. Okay, let's see your score. If you take all on average, like Asian being very Asian, right? They take average 7. So if you take 7, multiply all the way out, right? It's only about 2,000 plus. Okay, so let's see your score. Okay, we have 2401. Okay, and any score we can see? Okay, law of 10,000 referring to if you do something right, we keep on doing and you get better and better. If your score is 10, right, in each category, right, you have 10,000. Okay, that is a perfect score. But if your score, right, just imagine if your mindset, your attitude is 0, whatever multiplied by 0, right, it becomes 0. If you know you have positive attitude, you have the knowledge, you have experience, but you always sit there and do nothing, no action, multiplied by 0 is still 0. So the mindset and action is very, very important to reach this law of 10,000. So the third tips is the most easy to implement. Okay, most easy to implement because as long as in your dictionary, right, your own dictionary, and in this word possibility or possible, when you encounter any challenges or any technical failure, like just now, when I encounter this technical failure, okay, I will ask, what is my possible option? How can I solve this thing? So add this little word possible in your dictionary will make you stronger, will make you better. And last tips, possibility thinking is a driving force for you to move forward. When you encounter, you have been, sometimes you wonder, we come across all these challenges. Okay, we have strategy. Strategy is a roadmap for you to reach your desired outcome. But what keeps you going, right, is this thing called the possibility thinking. It will become a driving force to drive you forward to achieve your goal. And in my talk, I always end off with this 8-day service guarantee. If any part of the training or the talk, right, you don't understand, or you encounter any challenge on Toastmaster things, right, my promise to you is you can always write me an email or drop me a message, right? If I don't know the answer, I'll help you to get the answer. Okay, and I will come to the questions. Any questions?
Yes, Helena, did you pick up any questions yet? If no,
No, not that I can find.
okay,
Let
I
me
have
look
a question then.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
full of questions. While collecting the questions, Kim Siong, I do like to ask, while it seems very easy to have possibility thinkings, sometimes things happen and we just feel it's very difficult to stay calm. And the EQ part of us, is there a magical trick or exercise you can share with us so
Okay.
that we can do better? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Patricia. In fact, I discovered this, how to activate your logical mind. Because when you encounter any challenge, any situation, right, first thing first, right, our emotion will take in control. What you need to do is to activate your logical mind. So what you need to do is, in anything happen, you need to count to 10. Count to 10. The reason why count to 10, right, when you activate your logical mind will take over. That's one way. So when we have tendency of this response, right? Thing happen, our reflex, our response will just respond. But if you pause a while, you count to 10 in your own mind, your logical mind will activate it. Then your mind will be very clear to handle the issue. And I always remind myself, always handle your own emotion first before you go and handle the task. Because if you straight away you want to go and handle the thing, right, in fact, you create more problem. It's like bringing a pail of oil and pour into the fire will get bigger. So always handle our own emotion first. Okay, that is the second method. The third method, I would like to normally early morning, I like to read, I like to connect with nature, and or do some meditation to calm down your heart. Once you're able to do these three simple things, right? Okay, if you're outside, you just mentally slow down. If 10 is too much, too many, right? Count to 7. The most important is to activate your logical mind. So I hope this is helpful to you.
Definitely. I'm going to give it a try. I know this is really, really helpful. Only if we try, only if we apply. Helena, any questions?
Nothing that I can find, but I have one question though.
Yes.
To our guest speaker. Just now you mentioned a law of 10,000, right?
Yes.
Numbers always excites me. I mean, is that the only definition you have? 10 plus 10 to, I mean, is there any interpretation of
it's not
perhaps there's some numbers?
It's not plus, it's multiplied. Everything has to multiply. Okay,
Because
if everything multiply outright, it's 10,000. Because there's a saying, if you want to be a master in anything, right, you do it 10,000 times. If you will become the master in this field. So I always joke with my friend, right? I said, my selfie pictures are because I did more than 10,000 times. So always come up with perfect. But along the way, some picture is not up to the mark, right? Up to my own QC, right? I'll just delete away. So all this 10,000 is just an ideal number. But if just imagine you multiply, right? All categories have to be, in fact, we should strive to achieve 10,000. Okay? Because most of us, right? Okay, only give a very low score for certain thing. The key message in that formula is trying to highlight to you is mindset and action is very, very crucial. If there's no action, your negative mindset, right, everything will go back to 0. My brother Jackson, you got any question? Oh, Jackson Chua, okay.
Yes, I'm back finally in office. I have a question. May I ask?
Yes.
Before I ask my question, I want all of you here to know, all gathered here, that I've been carefully listening. I can vouch for all the things that Kim Siong has said. I have witnessed upfront and personal. I've also been a part of some of the things they've done. So Kim Siong, my question is this. Having done so much over the course of coming to 30 years in Toastmasters, and you're still doing it. And every time you do it, I must come and listen to you because I'm I'm your fan for a reason. I'm not unfamiliar with many things you said, just as I'm sure here, many who are interested in personal development have attended courses, read books. So my question is about application. Can you share with us, as my background says, facts tell, stories sell. I want to hear your story. The theory is so wonderful. In your course of application, execution over the years, is it always Sunday? Is it always beautiful? Have there been moments whereby you are challenged, where you almost feel like giving up? Because for many of us, you seem to be the Superman, always overcome. But I know you as a friend. I know you have challenges. So subject to your privacy, can you inspire us? And how do you keep doing what you are doing?
Okay.
How do we do that?
Excellent,
Over to you.
excellent question. Just now, during I share with you the every no plus one. Okay, the presidential citation, right? The reason why initially I want to go for it, right? In fact, I achieved more and almost all the Toastmaster International Awards where individual member can receive. The top 5 newsletter campaign, the top 5 membership campaign, the top 5 district newsletter, whatever Toastmaster individual member can achieve, being a world championship judge 3 times, whatever individual member can achieve, I have reached there. And I told myself in 2013, I said that is the best year for me to apply for this presidential citation. I have contributed as international director. I have served the district well. I have served the member well. I think this is the perfectly right time. So when I applied, I thought when you hang a very high hope there, the higher the hope, the greater the disappointment. That's why the first year when I have my heart can't really take it. I said, oh, someone better than me. Then you look at the recipient, cannot be there. I think I'm better than the person. It's just like in speech contest, when the contestant didn't win the championship, right? First thing first, right? Or they always blame the judges. But if they won the championship, they never thank we got the lovely judges choose correctly and vote me as the champion. So the first year I went through, I said, maybe just give it a try again. So on the second year onwards, I create a folder. I said, I create in my desktop. It's still on my desktop, year of affirmation. So on the 5th year, when I got it that time, the first thing first, I'm thinking of how can I help members to achieve the same award. So what I did is I called the first Singaporean past international director, Augustine Lee. I said, I would like to nominate you to be a presidential citation. Because the first one I nominate for presidential citation in 2007. And he got it. He got it. When I got myself after 5 long years, the first thing first, I look at the letter, I laugh at myself. I said, finally, but I call Augustine Lee. I said, make it happen. So in my computer folder, PC for Augustine Lee 2020. And we are lucky. We are lucky. He only did first try, he got it. And the next year, 2020, when Augustine got it, I called Eliza Tay from Philippines. I said, let's make it happen. So in my folder, I have PC 2021, Eliza Tay. And Eliza got it on the same year with first try. The whole process, okay, it's like from KL to Singapore. If your route is so straight, right, no traffic light, right, no slow down, okay, all the way fast speed at 120, your journey will not be exciting. And this year during Chinese New Year, if you know Singapore and Malaysia, right, we got a famous jam in the causeway. Okay, in the custom, we always have, if you drive the jam, right, can go as high as 3 hours and above. Okay, and this time around on the 3rd day of Chinese New Year, my whole family came back when I saw the jam, I said, oh, hopefully this will be a new record, because my record in the jam is 7 hours. 7 hours, only from Johor Bahru to the custom, 7 hours. So this time around, I was stuck there in the vehicle lane. And you look at the bus lane, vehicle is moving. On outer lane, car is moving. So at that moment, right, we have this urge, right? Maybe we just cut out and take a shortcut. And surprisingly, at that moment, I choose to stay in the vehicle lane, because as we proceed close to the custom, and we realize that the traffic police stop all the vehicle and divert the bus lane vehicle to join back the queue again. So which means that if I stuck there for 4.5 hours, those who divert out, they have to stuck for 4 more hours. So they have created a new record for themselves. So I always tell myself, for the next 4.5 hours, I'm spending time with my family. It's okay, as long as we don't create a new record. So, Jackson, along the way, I faced something up and down, but I treat it as a learning lessons. And today, the tips I offer to you, like for example, adding a simple word in your own vocab in your dictionary, possible or possibility, and this will bring you a long way. Just pick up 1 or 2 ideas and keep applying. You'll get better and better.
Kim Siong, I want to thank you for your answer. I also want to thank you for allowing me to collect your citation on your behalf when I was in Denver 2019. Thank you very much.
Jackson
and for
is the one who helped me
camera
collect.
open, like Patsy, like Betty, and the rest. I hope we are also our names appear in Kim Siong's folder. So someday he will help us apply. Thank you very much.
It's a good one. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, moving on. We're going to go to our award. Definitely no award, but everybody deserves an award just by being here. We want to recognize you. We're going to take a group photo. Before that, I'm going to pass the control over to Patsy and Kim Siong. Do you have anything to say right now?
Okay.
Oh, you're good. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Doesn't get better by chance or by luck. It only gets better by taking the chance and building a possibility thinking. I hope that members can embrace on this possibility thinking. In fact, if you heard about this thing called growth mindset, in fact, they are
Blue Ocean, yes. Yeah.
It's all from possibility thinking.
Yes.
So I just want to thank Patricia for inviting me to come to share with your club, and I hand the control back to the Toastmaster of the day. Let's see.
Thank you. Thank you, Kim Siong. We want to thank you for accepting our invitation. On top of that, I love the technical glitches that we had right now before it starts. I seriously think it's Murphy Law. It was meant to happen so that we can watch Kim Siong, how he managed all these. Thank you so much, Kim Siong, for being ever ready, and definitely our superhero. Let us recognize you now. And to do the honor, I am excited to have Patsy to play the slides. We definitely want to recognize your presence and your willingness to share your wisdom, more so your generosity. Patsy, are you able to play the first slide now? Thank you.
Sure,
and
definitely.
Helena, get ready to take photo. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to just press the first slide. It's appreciation, this one. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Thank you so much, Kim Siong. And we want to appreciate all the attendees as well. We almost hit 50 is on a Chinese New Year 9th day. And this is definitely a big thank you to all of you. Let's recognize Kim Siong for your absolutely mind-blowing presentation. Let's move to the next slide. Now, if only you can pick up any of the tips offered by Kim Siong, you would have made wonders in your life. Thank you so much, Kim Siong. We will spotlight you and take a photo.
Can somebody
Helena,
to do this? Yeah, Kalina is going to do the screenshot, right?
Yeah, I need to hide